now and then, our children need something that money can't buy. And what our children need that money can't buy is your presence. It's your time. It's your involvement. When a child gets 18, they will remember 20% of what you bought for them, but they remember 80% of the time that you spent. I wish I had somebody to talk me around here. This can be a challenge for many of us as fathers, particularly if you grew up in a house in the South like I did, where men felt their jobs was to pay the bills. That a man didn't have to tell his son, I love you. And then the way we raise our children are different. The way men treat their daughters typically and their sons totally different. If that girl falls down at 2 and skins her knee, come here, baby, let me kiss you, boo-boo. That boy at 2 falls and skins his knee, get up and be a man. Shut up, stop all that crying. And it could be we felt that making those investments and making that love and sharing the emotions. And many of us never even told our sons or our daughters we love them. And then say, Mama never told me I love you. Yes, I did. Daddy, when you told me you love me, every time I paid Georgia Power, I was saying I love you. Every time you had some water, that was saying I love you. Every time you went to the refrigerator and had some more than light bulb and fingerprints in there, that said I love you. Every time you put your clothes on, that said I love you. No, let me suggest, that is not saying I love you. Paying the bills and putting clothes is your responsibility. Y'all not saying anything. That's not an action of love. And maybe in this passage, Eli, was he too tired when he got home? Was he a school teacher who spent so much time teaching everybody else's kids that when he got home, the last thing he wanted to see was another kid? Did the people get on his nerves so bad? What was it about Eli's verse 11 that made verse 12? Because obviously he did something right, because Samuel will end up serving the Lord. So how can he make the investment in Samuel? And Samuel grows up to work for the Lord, but he can't make the investment in his own boys because his sons are the sons of Belial. Are they the sons of Belial because of him? Are they the sons of Belial because their mama didn't like Eli? Interesting here is you don't see their mother mentioned right here. I really don't know, what did Eli do that made his sons become the sons of the devil? And the text says, they knew not the Lord. May I suggest, brothers and sisters, particularly fathers, that the greatest thing you can give your child is a sense of who God is in your life. The best thing you can give your child is the example that I saw my father pray. The best thing you can give your child is, listen, son, let me tell you something. Daddy hadn't made a lot of mistakes. Daddy didn't know how to be a father. Daddy made some bad decisions in his life. But I'm here to tell you, I love you. And the same God who saved me is going to be there to save you when you make mistakes. The greatest thing that a father could give his child is to introduce them to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. If you give them to God when they are children, before they leave your house, there's a greater likelihood when they get to their own house, they'll give their kids that same sense of godliness that you gave to your children. And Eli here didn't have a proper balance. Let me ask you a question. How much time do you allocate for your kids?